Semba alucara tharugum
First, the top news headlines. Election Commission of India announces schedule for by-polls to 2 constituencies in Manipur. Model Code of Conduct comes into effect immediately, says State CEO. Outdated technology has delayed railway project, says MP R.K. Ranjan. And school principal to plant 15,000 saplings in Dubai on Lisi Priya's birthday. Very good evening and welcome to Times of Manipur. This is SURAJ Tabam giving you the news. Now the news in detail. Election Commission of India ECI today announced schedules for by-elections to fill casual vacancy in the parliamentary constituency of Bihar and 56 legislative assemblies of various states including Manipur. An ECI release said that the by-election for 34 Wangjing Tentha and 30 Lilong Assembly constituencies in Manipur will be held on 7th of November 2020 and counting of vote will be done on October 10th. The poll body also informed that last date of filing nominations for the election is October 20th next and last date of withdrawal of candidatures is October 23rd, while date of scrutiny of nominations will be on October 21st for the 2 constituencies in Manipur. Meanwhile, with the announcement of the by-election schedule by ECI, the Model Code of Conduct comes into effect immediately and will be applicable in the entire district of Thobal, State Chief Electoral Officer CEO said today. All intending candidates and political parties and all stakeholders concerned are therefore directed to comply strictly with the Model Code of Conduct with immediate effect until the election process is completed, CEO said.
Nomination dasu hana khogi candidate tuna maga sangmin nagadawa khogi maga khogi proposal na chingba sangmin na baya base hana de punna mama sa tharga manga ni ado hojikti maga loina na sangmin na baya base ani de na ya roi arogi kada nomination matamda ado gari khogi hana mari yara mase gari ani de ya daba sigumba restricted kano se khara lai haitare aduga khogi campaign na chingba singdasu hana di door to door campaign da khogi masing si akakna na specify tawde ado hojikti door to door campaign chapa kanda mi manga de hena puba ya roi.
The 18-day-long Parliament Monsoon Session 2020, which began on September 14, was cut short to 10 days due to the COVID-19 infection among the House members. During this session, Lok Sabha MP from Manipur R.K. Ranjan raised 3 key questions during non-star hour and 2 questions during 0 hour on issues concerning Manipur. MP Ranjan questions the House regarding delay in completion of the 110-kilometer-long Imphal-Jiribam railway project. Ranjan expressed displeasure over the answer from the House, citing geographical condition as the key reason. Ranjan asserted that the company uses outdated technology in the project. In the House, MP Ranjan also brought up the matter concerning National Sports University in Manipur. According to the BJP MP, the Sports Minister told the House that the construction work for the varsity has already begun.
Dagi horaga maiti lona mama lona lai tamai yai ai ba mayam se tamdana laaba MA Manipuri bhawa Assam University da hangdar leiraba asigumba language ki proof ama 8 schedule da susalaba proof ama masi Assam gi sarkar na lori basa masi partiality lai all India gi na national recruitment agency ma lere non gazetted officers sing kan mo matam da all over India da ko gi question da hangi aduga paukundu supreme pende ko koi handak si hangi sina hoine yaitu ko si mukasu ko kadori bra yaitu da over na kan do piu ha kana we matam pingam de because of the geographical location the terrain condition and kumeva do kan you start question or magadi I counter question to mane Manipur da lady se national ki sports university ni Manipur khakta gi natti hai se koi da sukhar ga pil to bom di fai ada sile to goi se national sports university se saba horabra hauragadi kari stage da lady ge kana na monitoring to rige madu khangan bi hai bana ba agoi mai kiran richu gi reply to present page saba hore fencing loire aduga te te sagat ba hongno ba tawre anadi haire ko
MP Ranjan also drew the attention of the House to the three-language formula of Assam government, saying that it has affected more than 5 lakh Manipuri people in Barak. Ranjan said that the Assam government has shown partiality towards the Meitei community by refusing the recognized Manipuri language as an associate language. Ranjan said that he would meet Assam Chief Minister Sarvananda Sonowal on the matter. Ranjan expressed hope that he will get positive response from the Assam government in this regard.
Assam government 1956 tagi LP dagi horaga Meitei lona mama lona lai tam yai ai ba mayam se tamna laaba MA Manipuri bhawa Assam University da hangdar leiraba asigumba language ki proof ama 8 schedule da susalaba proof ama masi Assam gi sarkar na lori basa masi partiality lai all India gi na national recruitment agency ma lere non gazetted officers sing kan mo matam da all over India da 2021 tagi tawgadori bisida cabinet ki decision da supna gi language tarani thoi khaktam thaba yagani haiba masi aina request tawribadi 0 hour pukali badi 12 hour khakta 12 language khakta nate 8 schedule Indian constitution gi 8 schedule da saliba non khudingmak masa gi mamalon da thaba halo maram de koi notice India da language barrier lai.
Environment and climate activist Lisi Priya Kanguzam of Manipur is turning 9 years on October 2nd. Ahead of her birthday, she has appealed to people across the globe to plant at least one sapling on her birthday. Thousands of trees are likely to be planted on this special day all over the world. Lisi Priya urged people of Manipur to plant one sapling each to make earth greener. She appealed to all local clubs, civil society organizations, students' bodies, women groups and political leaders to support her. Significantly, principal of GEMS School in Dubai, through a letter to Lisi Priya, has promised to plant 15,000 saplings in Dubai on Lisi Priya's birthday. A weekly journal entitled The Small Voice will also be launched on Lisi Priya's birthday. She is the editor of the journal. Bollywood is all set to make a biopic on the young environmentalist. Well, it's time now for a short commercial break. Do stay tuned.
Lamdam asigi lawmi singgi ahangba lamsingda thabi hauro Mahindra company amadi Holland country gi Heiss ZPC company ga punna tissue culture tawraga puthokchaba asengba alu char iramdam asigi leibak le hawa yamna chunaraba alu angangba Lady Rosetta amadi alu angauba karfi jyoti makhal animak pambiragani supnatagi alu piece amana alu kg ama hena puthokpa ngamba alu makhalni iramdam asibu sabu ongnaba alu puthoklasi asengba alu char tharsi Saranaba alu hundok khakna maton thoklaga semba alu chara tharagum si haiba kholao amagaloina sahi ahum sumna chatharakpa mission amagi makhada pujarakpa alu chara singni mipal tangdana iramdam asida alu gi awapa lehelagum si lengsing birau ngasimak Mahindra tractor showroom Malom Bazar Lintoi house Kaksing Bazar adongi ahangba phum singda alu thabiduna iramdam asida alu gi awapa lehelagum si
kayang kuini yumim chatuna poching asi yonduna leidun se leidana isagi dukan ama hanga nuaina famni su leide nangna phone do metana dum leyo sak thiro chalame
taso Tax Bureau Private Limited ki office satlagane hujikti yam line loan thabe yarbane. Hairiba loan sing ado RBI makhada laiba bank amadi NBFCS tagi oigani.
Hoi hoi.
Adusu lowest interest rate 12% per annum. Loan sing bagi matam sune tha kuntra taruk haidi chahi ahum phau piri. Personal loan amadi business loan gi oidane lupa lak manga phau piri. Tasaw ne na khangninga dine number sida call tawrone.
Piro piro. Eh. Nang diam khangamina.
Phone meli sidi.
Hello.
Yamna laiba mongda loan gi khudong chaba lobini basingna ngasima contact obiro Take BO Private Limited Hyangthang Takhelambam Konjin opposite Sangai Bazaar contact number 883753323
Sina phare tan badinate ko asengba aina pamba darkar hoiba grocery item singda red delivery app seasonaraga order to biro loire chaning ba restaurant gi food po erasu overpay to budila ardana pot khuding ma discount pibaga loina na khudak te na te yore isine red delivery for you
Miyoi samas na lariba makai nong magichang da bayatraba posak singi manungda medical science su ama oiri pandemic amadi epidemic disease kaya ngasi faubada maithiba pidu na lakli haurakliba mahiroi singda tungi asaga iroina na UNI Consultancy Private Limited na India amadi aborta MBBS tamningba mahiroi singi 14 lakhs cashback pibatanatana scholarship fangbagi khudong chabasu lairaba mahai tampam sang singni ngasi mag registration tawbiduna khudong chabasi manghan biganu hena akupa marol gidama contact tawbiro UNI Consultancy Private Limited uripok polam laikai 7005092567 natraga 7640952247
Miyam gi thogal gi damak thong hangsare Miyam gi damak ahongba wai malda adom gi mathau taba apamba commercial vehicle amade machine sing wai binaba aikoi gi phone number 9615846446 ta call tawbiraktuna deeper haiva excavator JCB Portland Volvo excavator hairiba singa sidage adom gi mathau taba apamba machine sing wai bi bayaragani.
Welcome back after the break. India's COVID-19 tally crossed the 61 lakh mark today with a spike of 70,589 new cases and 776 deaths in the last 24 hours. The country's case tally stands at 61,45,292, including 9,47,576 active cases, while 51,01,398 have been cured, discharged, or have migrated. The number of fatalities stands at 96,318, Ministry of Health and Family Welfare said today. Meanwhile, the Uttar Pradesh government has decided that public events to celebrate Durga Puja will not be permitted this year in the state in view of the COVID-19 pandemic. Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath ordered yesterday that no celebrations would be held on the streets or in pandals. Similar curbs have also been put in place for the Dasera celebrations. However, the Ram Leela performances may be allowed with social distancing norms and a limited audience. Manipur recorded a drop in the number of single-day coronavirus cases yesterday. A total of 178 persons, 157 from the general population and 21 from the Central Armed Police Forces CAPF were found to be positive. In the past 24 hours, 106 persons were cured and discharged. The number of active cases is 2,431, while the number of recovery cases is 7,982 till now as per the COVID-19 Command Control Room. The number of positive cases stands at 10,477 in the state, while the recovery rate is 76.18%. Manipur police has arrested journalist Kishore Chandra Wangkhem this morning over a controversial comment he made on Maram tribe on the Facebook. Maram Women Union lodged a written complaint against Kishore Chandra Wangkhem with the officer in charge of Senapati Police Station on September 11 last after the Kishore Chandra posted alleged derogatory remarks against the Maram tribe on his Facebook page on September 3rd last. Acting on the complaint by Maram Women Union, Senapati Police registered an FIR against the journalist and arrested him. Kishore Chandra's anticipatory bail plea has been rejected by the court, according to a report. Senior citizens of Pukau Ahanlup today observed the World Heart Day 2020 at the Community Hall of Pukau Ahanlup under Imphal East. President of Manipur Heart Care Society, Dr. Khetri Mayum Kala Singh, research person of the event, along with 80 senior citizens, attended the event. A free heart checkup session was also held at the venue. Dr. Kala presented shawls to 55 senior citizens. Speaking at the occasion, Dr. Kala said that cardiovascular disease is the #1 cause of death globally, and that around 17.9 million people across the globe die of heart diseases every year. He underlined on the need of everyone to protect themselves from cardiovascular diseases. Chief Minister N. Biren today conveyed his best wishes to the people of Manipur on the occasion of Irabad Day. Lamyanba Irabad was a towering figure and multifaceted personality. He was a freedom fighter, revolutionary social activist, gifted poet and accomplished scholar. CM said in a message, his contribution in the fields of literature, sports and social uplift of the downtrodden are noteworthy. Lamyanba's efforts towards maintaining oneness and emotional integrity among people of different communities are still fondly remembered. While celebrating his 124th birth anniversary, let us pledge to leave behind selfish thoughts and follow the ideal of Lamyanba Irabad, who had envisioned a united and new Manipur, Biren urged. Irabad Celebration Committee Kumbi Local Council observed the 124th Jannaneta Hizam Irabad birthday at Biplavi Bir Bhavan CPI office Kumbi Sandhong today. CPI Manipur State Council Secretary L. Sotin Kumar, Assistant Secretary K. A. Suchan, State Secretariat Member A. Lala, Social Worker N. Ibobi, Kumbi Local Council Veteran Communist H. Tomba, Irabad Celebration Committee Kumbi Local Council Executive Member M. Meghachandra and Kumbi Local Council workers were present on the occasion. Rich floral tributes were paid to the photo of Hizam Irabad and other comrades. 3 meritorious students who secured position in the High School Living Certificate Examination 2020 were presented with gift at the event. 4 students from Ibetombi Memorial Wushu Academy who recently participated in All India Inter-University Wushu Tournament 2019 Punjab were also felicitated during the program.
Manipuri known as Assami, although sharing with the Singapore, Canada,
As part of the Lamyanba Irabad Ningsing Thauram, the Youth Development Club Hairok Patri Litan Wangma carried out a cleanliness drive today in and around the club premises. Club Secretary Debabata Sharma led the drive. 1 member from each family of Hairok Patri joined the cleanliness drive. Debabata Sharma said that the program was to maintain health and hygiene with celebration of Hizam Irabad Day. A cleanliness drive carried out at 5 Meitei localities of More to mark the 124th birth anniversary of Lamyanba Hizam Irabad concluded today. On the last day, Social Development Youth Club of Haino Makong More cleaned various places of the border town including Kondong Lairambi. The cleanliness drive was held under the aegis of More Meitei Council and All Community Development Organization More. The All Tribal Students Union Manipur Atsum today submitted a memorandum to the Governor of Manipur Dr. Najma Heptullah to take necessary measures for early conduct of ADC elections within November 2020 to avoid social upheavals in the state. Atsum in the memorandum further stated that the State Election Commissioner has written to the Tribal Affairs and Hill Department for approval of holding ADC elections in mid-November 2020. On the other hand, the Election Commission of India has decided to hold the elections to Bihar State Assembly and by-elections to 65 vacant seats all over the country. Atsum also stated that there is no palpable reason to procrastinate in announcement of ADC elections in the hill districts of Manipur. And most importantly, the tenure of the incumbent members of the 6 ADCs of the hill districts of Manipur will be expired by November 2020. It is therefore imperative on the part of the government of Manipur to dissolve the 6 ADCs and pave ways for summoning of fresh election along the along with the by-election to Manipur Legislative Assembly. Atsum in the memorandum also stated that the tribal people and Atsum will not remain a silent spectator if elections to the 6 ADCs are not held in consonance with the resolution adopted on March 3, 2020 in the cabinet meeting for holding of ADC election in the month of November 2020. Let's take another short commercial break. Stay tuned.
Admission open for Naurem Birahari College, permanently affiliated to Manipur University and included under UGC Act 1956. Free admission for tourism and hospitality management and various other diploma to degree courses and training programs. And also special classes on Indian stock market for those who want to invest or day trade. Classes for beginners to intermediate and intermediate to advanced level. For details, please contact or WhatsApp 7005097748 or visit our website www.nbcollege.ac.in.
Europe Engineering Management PIZ amadi General Course tamningba mahiroi scholarship 100% fangbata natana stipend oina 4.2 lakh fangbagi kudong chaba leiraba mahai tamfam singni. Loina na India amadi foreign lebak singda MBBS MD course na chingba kaya masu tamna bagidamak amadi education loan gi kudong sabasu pizari. Hena kupamorol gidamak contact obiro Fort Witt Global Consulting Private Limited North AOC K Krupat Imphal. Contact number 6909374625.
Welcome back. A declaration cum blessing program for Huri Golmai aspiring to contest the forthcoming by-election and assembly election 2022 from 53 by ST Tamenglong constituency was held at Lungchum Part 2 under Hauchong subdivision of Noni district. Paunlin Lung Kamai, chairman of Lungchum Village Court, Sangampau Village Court Secretary Lojin Pau Gonmai, youth club leaders and women leaders attended the program. Gai Homlung Kamson Village Court Elder Lunchum II handed over the declaration statement to Huri Golmai. Huri Golmai urged the electorate to exercise their franchise very carefully. The CCN's Forum Alumni 1996 of CC Higher Secondary School Imphal East organized a felicitation program today at CC Higher Secondary School to encourage meritorious students of the school. They were presented with cash prize and certificates at the event. The Chingtam Nupilup Palel has condemned the September 24th Aimol village violent clash over a land dispute. Through a press release, Chinalup President Atom Lungshi condoled the death of Pastor Thangzalal and those who were injured in the incident. Chinalup also urged the Manipur government to bring an amicable solution to the impasse to ensure peaceful coexistence among the villagers. Forest and Environment Minister Awangwong Nyomai today flag off Fit India Freedom Run organized by Manipur and Nagaland Sector 86 CRPF Battalion Lumphel. Speaking at the function, Minister Nyomai said that the younger generation must be encouraged to stay healthy and fit. IGP of CRPF Manipur and Nagaland Sector SH Randeep Datta attended the event. Total lockdown continues at Noni Bazaar imposed by Longmai Bazaar Board since Sunday afternoon. The lockdown will be enforced till the contact tracing for the containment is over. The total lockdown was imposed after one staffer each of Manipur Rural Bank, Noni branch and Manipur Development and Financial Investment, Noni branch were tested positive for COVID-19. Dr. Edwin Golmai, Chief Medical Officer, Noni, has appealed to all the staff of Manipur Rural Bank, Noni branch and individuals who had visited the bank between September 22nd and September 25th, besides those who attended the meeting held on September 26th last in the containment area, to report and get tested at Tengkongjang Higher Secondary School Testing Center, Noni, immediately while following SOP guidelines. Thangzam Arun Kumar, aspiring to contest the forthcoming by-polls from Wangkai Assembly constituency to the repaired roads at Nongmaibung All Chekon Bazaar and Chingmairong Maning Lekai Nakabam Lekai. Arun Kumar and his supporters also provides provided edibles to residents in COVID-19 containment zone in the constituency, besides handing over street lamps to chairman of Dulaland Development Authority. The Tripura High Court has asked the state government to elaborate on the COVID-19 situation following the advice of a central expert team. The court also sought information from the Tripura government on several other issues. The division bench of Tripura High Court, comprising the Chief Justice Akil Kuresi and Justice Subhashish Talapatra, has fixed October 5th for the next hearing in the Suyomoto case. Advocate General Arun Kanti Bhomik apprised the court that the government would submit an affidavit on steps taken to implement recommendations put forth by the Central Medical next Monday. The top government council also said that the report, which was provided to the High Court is in utmost privacy, was somehow found to have been available with Advocate Somik Deb, who was earlier appointed amicus curiae by the court. The situation in Tripura had got out of control following the sudden surge in novel coronavirus confirmed cases and COVID-19 deaths in the state. Reports of mismanagement and allegations from the patients also came into light, following which the state government sought support from the centre. At least 50 people, including 24 Jawans, were tested positive for novel coronavirus in Mizoram in the last 24 hours, taking the state's tally to 1,958 according to media reports. Of the 50 cases, 43 cases were reported from Aizawl district, while 7 cases were reported from Lunglei district in the southern part of the state. The number of active patients now stands at 499, including 211 security personnel. A total of 1,459 people have already recovered from the virus, and the recovery rate is 74.52%. Altogether, 75,552 samples have been tested till yesterday evening. Mizoram has not reported any fatalities so far due to COVID-19. The Indian Army funds spent on dangerously faulty ammunition supplied by the State-Owned Ordnance Factory Board OFB over the last 6 years would have been enough to purchase 100 medium artillery guns. This staggering claim has been made in an internal Army report to the Ministry of Defence MOD. According to media reports, calculating the loss to the exchequer due to poor quality of OFB ammunition to be rupees 960 crore between 2014 and 2020, the Army notes rupees 960 crore roughly means 155 mm medium artillery guns could have been bought for this amount. The FOB, administered by the MOD's Department of Defense Production, is one of the world's oldest government-controlled production organizations and oversees a nationwide network of factories that manufactures ammunition and weaponry for the Indian Armed Forces. The ammunition being criticized in the new Army report includes 23 mm air defense shells, artillery shells, 125 mm tank rounds, and different calibers of bullets used in infantry assault rifles. The Union Ministry of Health and Family Welfare today said the Indian Council of Medical Research second Sero survey report has shown that urban slum and urban non-slum areas had higher SARS-CoV-2 infection prevalence than rural areas. The report further shows that a considerable population of people in the country are still vulnerable to the coronavirus. As per a media report, 1 in 15 individuals aged more than 10 years were estimated to be exposed to COVID-19 by August 2020. Meanwhile, Serum Institute of India SII said today that it will produce up to an additional 100 million COVID-19 vaccine doses for India and low and middle income countries in 2021. Before we wind up, let's have a quick look at the top news headlines once again. Election Commission of India announces schedule for by-polls to 2 constituencies in Manipur. Model Code of Conduct comes into effect immediately, says State CEO. Outdated technology has delayed railway projects, says MP R.K. Ranjan. And school principal to plant 15,000 saplings in Dubai on Lisi Priya's birthday. Well, that's all for now. Keep watching Times of Manipur and good night.